spine, shoulders, elbows, wrists.
Yeah. I'll just do all spine. Hey guys, welcome to this upper body tutorial. We're just going to take you through everything upper body CAR, so neck, thoracic, shoulder blades, shoulders themselves, the humeral joint, elbows and wrists. Okay, so we're going to start with the neck first. So for that, let's get into just standing position. Nice wide base. You should have been through all the tutorials individually, so you should know what you're doing. What we're doing with these videos is just bringing it all together for you. So it's just one video that's easy to use. So, neck CARs, first thing, deep breath in. Exhale, create that tension, avoid compensation, compression through the elbows and the wrist, and off we go. So into flexion, we're going to rotate to the right. Right ear to shoulder as we side bend, up into extension. Cross to the other side, rotation, side bend, and flex. We're going to do 2 per side. Nice and slow. Any closed ankle pains? Any creaking, clicking, as long as it's not painful, that's fine. If you are suffering any pain, just move out that range and work on a slower, a small circle. Should have switched to the other side. That's 1 rep. Nice and slow for the second. Keeping everything still. Shoulders aren't shrugging. Everything's depressed from the shoulder perspective as we go through the reps. 2 nice controlled reps. Good. Now in this position, thoracic spine. So give yourself a big old hug because you deserve it. Bury your chin into your chest, and from here, same thing, exactly the same movement. So we flex the spine, keep the bum nice and tight to avoid any lumbar. We're going to rotate to the right, we're going to side flex, so drop that right shoulder, and then extend. Once we're an extension, you're going to come all the way up, rotate, side bend to the left, and roll it round. We're going to do 2 in this way, 2 in the other, same again. Nice and slow. Rotate, side bend, extend, rotate, side bend, relax. Pause, deep breath, other side. Go through the motion nice and slowly. Should be swaying the hips, keeping the glutes nice and tight. You're not bending the knees. Everything's coming from that mid-back as best as we can. Last rep. Nice and slow. Taking it through that range. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So, on to scats. Down to kneeling. Going to get sidelined. When we do scat CARs, we don't want to be straight out in front. I just want you to come out into what we call the scat plane. So go 30-40 degrees, just out from straight out in front. Make a fist, deep breath. Full exhale, create that tension. And off we go with our shoulder pads. So we're going to protract first, so punch away. You're going to elevate. Holding that elevation, you're going to retract. Holding that retraction, you're going to depress. Imagine you're trying to make the biggest circle you can with your shoulder. Nice and slow, keeping it fluid, keeping it controlled. We're going to do 3 in one plane of motion, 3 in the other hip. Nice and slow, down and round. Good. Once we get here, hold that depression, retraction, elevate, punch out and protract. Protract, depress, depression with retraction, elevation. That's 2. Last one. Nice, slow and controlled motion. Fantastic. And relax. Ooh. Now we're going to go into our shoulder clasp, our humeral CARs. Arms down in front of you. Glutes nice and tight as always. Deep breath, brace, create that tension. You're going to bring your hands in, pinkies together as best as you can. Come all the way up into your end range flexion, making sure your lumbar doesn't flare and your ribs stick out from here. We're going to internally rotate and we're going to come into that abduction, down into extension as we adduct and down by our side. Look, us should brush along that thigh and the opposite. Keep hold of that breath. Working through that range nice and fluid. Reset the breath, deep breath, exhale. As we come up, when we get to the intense point where we think we're going to exhale and just work through that range. Internal rotation, extension, down we come. Good, 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 good. Just working through that range. Number 3 out. Good. Last one, best one, nice and slow. Find that range. internally rotate, that's extending back and down by your side, extension, up into abduction, with external rotation, and down by your side. Good stuff. So we've gone through neck, we've done our thoracic, we've done our shoulder blades, and we've done our shoulders themselves. So now we're going to go onto our elbows. Collapse kneeling for this. If this feels a bit uncomfortable for you, you can just stay up in high kneeling.
I'm just being lazy.
Just being lazy. So all we do, hands out in front, you're going to fully open the palms as high as you can. You're then going to flex your elbows to the very end point. You're going to rotate the wrists so the palms face down. Holding onto that, you're going to fully extend and lock out the elbows. When they're locked out, same again. As you're doing, you can do it open palm, closed palm, you can hold the same spots, whatever suits you. We're going to go 3 in one direction. And then you're going to hold on to the knuckles down when you're at the bottom, and then you're going to come up, down and round. And work through that. As you see with this movement, Alex is doing a great job of keeping his wrist neutral, so he's not flexing or extending his wrist as he goes through the motion, as we see quite a lot of. Just going through 3 per side. Very good. And we're just going to finish off this upper car session, locking it all together with our wrists. So you can do this individually if you want. We're going to do it both at the same time, but if you do feel like as you're coming through, you're rolling your wrists around, you can fix that forearm and fix the elbow by your side. You can even put a little towel or something to compress, so if you were to flare the elbow, you would fall. And I can't get my hand out. So both together, palms facing up. We're going to start by bringing our hands all the way down, and then once we do that, we're going to deviate into ulna, so pinkies in, and then we're going to roll up. We're going to bring them out, and we're going to bring them down nice and slowly, creating the biggest circle we can. Imagine there's a pen on the end of your middle finger, and you're trying to just create the biggest circle you can with your hand. So that's doing a great job. Elbows are staying compressed against the side, and he's not flexing or extending his elbow. Once you've done 3 in one direction, once you're at the bottom, just switch out to the other sides, and just go through that range nice and slowly. At home, you can increase the reps once you get the hang of this tutorial and you understand what you're doing. You can increase, you can do 3 per side, 4 per side. You can start doing unilateral as we go through, or we can even add load as we want to get a bit harder. Hope you enjoy it, guys.
Well done.
Take it easy.
Fantastic. We got through a lot then.